Those are iMacs. So they just got a whole bunch. They got a dozen new computers.
School has one.
Your school has them? So this could happen at your school. So they're there one day, and then the next morning they come in, and all those computers are stolen. And all that's left behind is a note that says, Happy Halloween. And it's got a pumpkin on it, or jack-o'-lantern on it. But that's all that's left. There's no computers, everything's completely cleaned out, but there's a note that says Happy Halloween.
What's behind it?
Oh, that's just me. That's the envelope behind it. It just lets me in. So that's what all they find when they get there. But there are 4. The room was locked when they left, and there are only 4 teachers or people at the school who have a key to the computer room. So these people are. This is Mr. Santuzzi, who's the math teacher.
He's creepy.
He is a little creepy. He's based on my actual 5th grade teacher, who looked almost exactly like that. But Mr. Santuzzi, he's in the book too. He's a very sort of strict teacher. Do any of you have any strict teachers? Yeah, so try to imagine that. But he teaches math. And what's his possible motive is he was actually fighting with the computer teachers. So they have a computer teacher at their school. Do any of you have a teacher who does
Like a librarian kind of on the computer?
No, or like actual computer.
Yeah, like an IT teacher. I don't know. Yeah, he teaches like how to do stuff on computers.
Well, we have computers in our library, so we have the library
Okay.
in the house.
Okay, but he was in a fight with a computer teacher about a parking spot. So the computer teacher, so it's possible he wants to get back at the computer teacher, right? Then there's a computer teacher, and that's Mr. Maharaj. He's a computer teacher. So the whole thing is he teaches computers, and he loves computing, but they don't pay him enough, so he doesn't have computers as nice as these. So they're wondering if he took them for himself, so he'd have his computer himself. There's also Mrs. Tishman. So Mrs. Tishman teaches music, and her possible motive for taking the computers is that money that was supposed to go to new instruments for the music. Did any of you play music, actually? Yeah? What do you play?
Penny whistle.
Penny whistle, that's an amazing instrument to play. Sorry, what do you...
Clarinet.
Clarinet, very nice. Yeah?
Trumpet.
Trumpet? Oh, that's great. I played, when I was younger, I played the trombone. Did any of you play trombone? No? Bless you. Sorry, what do you play?
Violin.
Violin, very nice. Very cool.
And I play the piano and the cello.
Oh wow, 2 instruments. That's right.
I learned. I know how to play the recorder, and I'm trying to learn how to play the saxophone.
Oh, saxophone. What kind of saxophone do you know?
Like just the alto saxophone.
Oh, the alto saxophone. Yeah.
I play the flute.
Oh, very nice. Yes, sir. Piano. Do you play an instrument?
Yeah.
What do you play? Oh, piano. Very nice. So it seems like we have a very musical group. So Mrs. Oh, sorry. Did you have...
I'm gonna take drum lessons this spring.
Oh, you're gonna be a drummer?
Yeah.
Nice, like with a whole kit?
Yeah.
Excellent. So this is Mrs. Tishman, and she's upset that money that she thought was going towards instruments went towards new computers, so maybe she's trying to get back at them. And then this is Bill Santos, and Bill Santos is the school custodian, so he also has a key to the room, and he was recently denied a raise by the school, so maybe he's upset with the school as well. Yep.
I don't think that's a computer guy, because if the computer guy wanted a computer, why didn't he just take one?
That's a good question.
Because why didn't he
Why
take all
does
of
the
them?
principal have a key?
The principal, he doesn't have a key, or he was out of town. Actually, he was actually out of town that day.
Oh.
Sorry, Charlie. I'll move
What's
these
a
over.
custodian?
A custodian, like a janitor?
Oh.
Do you know that? He cleans up the school, like he'll go and like clean up spills and make sure the school is clean. Do you have a school custodian?
Yeah.
But you just call it a janitor, or?
Yeah.
All right. So these are the 4 suspects. So let's make up a mystery. Let's decide as a group. So who do you think? Which one of these do you think did it? Do you have any ideas? All right. Yes.
Mrs. Tishman, because she's smiling, so you wouldn't think that she did it. But that actually makes her kind of suspicious.
It makes her more because she's smiling. I mean, she's not always smiling. When I drew this picture, she was smiling. But she was. You think she did it because she's like so happy?
Yeah.
All right, that's a good one. All right, yes.
I think either
janitor or Mrs. Tishman did it because I don't think that he would steal a bunch of computers just over a parking spot. And like I said, he'd only steal one computer if he wanted one. And the janitor looks kind of suspicious, especially if he didn't get a raise. I think stealing a computer would get out all his anger, and I think she's suspicious too.
No, okay. Yes, sorry, did you have any ideas?
Yeah, I think it's better the custodian since he didn't get a raise and he's thinking that he can sell the computers and get the money.
Oh yeah, so he's thinking it's making up the money he would have got for the raise by selling the computers. Yeah, Charlie?
Well, what are their personalities? Because if they're usually nervous, then
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't really know if they're just nervous from seeing computers.
Mm-hmm. I mean, their personalities normally, so their personality, Mr. Maharaj is normally very kind of quiet, and, you know, he's a little shy. Mr. Santuzzi is very strict. He's kind of he's a very strict teacher. He's very loud, and he's kind of hard on his students. Mrs. Tishman is usually very happy. Like, she loves music. She's always playing music. She's a very happy person. Mr. Santos is very friendly too. He doesn't look like it in this picture. I made him look very angry for a reason, but he's a very friendly guy as well. Yes.
I'd say it's her because you say that instead of buying new instruments, they got the computers. So she could now steal them, sell them, and buy the instruments.
Okay, that's true. But wouldn't the school get suspicious when all these new instruments showed up?
Maybe just an active event.
I mean, they have to be for the school. She could bring them in like once, like one every 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, she could call them her instruments.
It's true.
Or she could just do it in an active event.
Oh, just out of spite? Just to be upset? Alright, well let's figure out what we want to do for our mystery. So, how many people want it to be Mr. Santuzzi?
He was angry because.
Alright, how many of you wanted to be Mr. Maharaj? Alright, Mrs. Tishman? Oh, there are a lot of Tishmans. And then Mr. Santos.
How about the janitor?
Oh, I don't know. Everyone, I think Mrs. Tishman won. So Mrs. Tishman, she it turns out that she stole the computers. So how did she do it? She has a key to it, but like, how did she get them out of there? There are 12 computers. Yep.
She has her own like stunt music. She got her own like choir or something, or her like orchestra to come in and help her to steal them.
Oh, so she got the students to help her steal them?
Or no, that's what she did. She works at this other like choir.
Oh, like in
place or
the
something.
evenings, she's like part of a
Yeah,
choir.
So they go in like.
Oh, so she
Great
had a
ninja
whole team.
choristers.
Sweet.